Okay, so there's some more stuff I want to talk about. I'm putting my hair back, so hopefully I can get my hands out of my hair. But there was some other things that I was thinking about. I'm still so mind blown over Barr. Like, I already knew it was a high possibility that he was DS, but I wasn't sure. But there was just, he had so much support for a while. Oh my God, like that video of him, was it playing the sax? It was playing some horn. I can't remember what kind of horn. And it was one of those songs that has a lot of cultural meaning, I think. It seemed like it was some Irish song or something. Oh, maybe it was Scottish. Maybe they had kilts on. Oh, that's what it was. He played the bag, what's that called? A horn bag? Bag of horns? No, what is that called? Bag? Well, you know what I'm talking about. That Scottish thing. And that video was going around so much and people just loved him. And everybody thought he was on our side. But that is where we really have to get in our heads that we don't know which side these people are on. And they're all like tricking each other, just like what I was saying yesterday. I'm all on this standoff with, guns on each other, and they start pulling these masks off, and it's different people under all the different masks. So that's what's going on, There's no way to know. Just like I said, AOC, she could be one of the good ones. She could be she's getting all this hate on her. She's kidding, but she could be one of the good guys. And that is one thing I really tried to be mindful of at times on Twitter, is like, I didn't just go in for the attack on somebody. Oh my God, always got to start. Stop! You guys, stop! That going in on the attack of somebody, you don't really know what's going on behind the scenes. So, we're supporting people who are bad and attacking people who are good. There's no, and we got to live with that our own selves. So that's why it's kind of like a selfish thing, but that's where I kind of like think about things like, what do I want to live with for the rest of my life? That's how I kind of look at things. Like, is this going to make me feel good for a second? But, it was after Trump put the thing on, and he changed he added in the firing squad, which I heard Barr's getting hung. So I don't know if they get to choose how they do it, because I heard Obama chose shooting. So Hillary chose lethal injection, I think. But yeah, I've heard, so they must get a choice over what they think would be the fastest or best. I think shooting squad. Oh, I don't know. I know it was a past life memory when this happened, and I'm not sure, I know that I was a peasant or something, and it was in times when we didn't have a lot of medical, a lot of sophistication and knowledge. What was been being held back forever. So, but at that time, it was a lot more of a primitive thing, but there was weapons, and I had to go out in this field, and they were all shooting at me, and I had wanted someone just to shoot me in the head and kill me dead, right, and it didn't. I was shot all to pieces, and then I was laid in a room to leave to die, and it took a while, and one of my kids, my oldest daughter, came in to see me. And that's where I knew, like, I have, this was a different lifetime than I had with her. I don't know what our relationship was. I couldn't even see myself. Like, I never looked in the mirror or something. I was seeing outside, like I was in the body looking outside at the life as it was happening. It was really horrible. So, yeah, I don't think I would choose the firing squad. That dream was, I can still remember. I can still feel it. That's when like, you're having a significant, if you want to call it a memory or, a crossover thought into another life, because you'll feel, it's not just a dream. There's a significance, and there's a significance to the lesson. And but anyways, what I had done on Twitter, before the Secret Service came, why they had come, I talked about this before, but when he put on that they were going to add in firing squads, so I couldn't find any, at the time I wasn't even allowed, I was already being shadow banned or something, whatever, on Twitter already, so I wasn't able to get outside memes, GIFs, photos, nothing. I could only use theirs, what they deemed acceptable. This is why I thought, this is so nuts. This makes no sense. This is their acceptable GIF, but I use it, and then I have Secret Service show up. So all the people who I would see as deep state, who were, going out like Cuomo, Pelosi, some of those people, when they would be speaking, they would be just the lies that they would say on Twitter would just, it would just get me. And so I would just go on and I would just leave a GIF in the comments of just this, it was a noose, and it would just swing for a second, I didn't really think that much about it. It was like, but, you better take it serious what you're doing, because, this is what's waiting for you. You have an opportunity here. From what I understood, Trump gave a lot of people a lot of opportunities to come to the good side, that they had every opportunity to turn, and they just, I don't know, I think some can't face their own evil, the stuff they've done, some of these people have to face some really dark shit. So, but anyways, it got me a visit from Secret Service. But I think it's important for us to not judge, just what I was talking about before. And especially for the people who are involved right now, that are in the news and stuff, that are being, I don't know, the front pieces of to me, the main stage, the world stage, is the people who are on that, that are the performing at this time. So they're the ones who are just like, we'll see. But yeah, it doesn't make much sense to just think like one person's definitely this, because this is a tricky time. It's really crazy. And so I just, I think so much of it, when I was talking about, like, if you get too focused on any one thing, that you can be all so caught up in what's going to happen. Like, you have your own personal energy attached to the outcome. And that's where, you got to find balance. That's why I say you can't hold on too tight to this stuff. People talking about, new elections 2-3 years from now, those aren't going to happen. We're not going to be, that was a system that was developed by people to control us. We're breaking free from those systems. We're not going to put them back in place. We're not going to just go right back in. Okay, we're free, but let's start over and do the same thing. We're not that damn dumb, I hope. So, yeah, I don't think that, I think you've got to find some balance. You've got to trust, like, you've got to spend a little bit of time not focusing on that, focusing on self, focusing on healing, focusing on God. That's where you're going to find, like, this is a transition. This is the end of one thing, the beginning of something new. So, yeah, these people who are, holding on tight to every minute of every day, I appreciate those people. I'm not judging them. Oh, I appreciate them. They've still got their own stuff they're going to have to go through with this. But I appreciate them because they're paying such close attention that they are, getting the information out there. That if they weren't doing it and they weren't getting the information out there to us, then, it would all be hidden like it's always been. So we need these people. We need this this balance shifting right now. But for your own sanity, for your own state of being, like, those people have certain things in their personality that will help them, or their soul has certain things they want to learn from this experience. Like they're in those roles for a certain reason. And, you know, I have great appreciation for them. So, you know, they've got connections, they know people, they've got all sorts of ways of getting this information, and they've found creative ways to get the information out to us. So, you know, in the news, don't waste time on that. That's just some fucking script, some people with makeup to try and get you to believe what they want you to believe. It's nothing about the truth. It's all distraction and fear. So yeah, you gotta, if you're trying to get any information about current events off the news, you're wasting the time. The only thing you can see is when you're watching the news is when stuff starts being disclosed. So when you start seeing information being disclosed, you know, oh, we're moving forward. They couldn't get this through before. There would be no way, you know. Just the Clinton kill list thing, you know, that showed you couldn't get information out there. Your life was on the line, your family's life, your reputation, your livelihood. They've taken it away from many people, and these people have been powerful a long time. Judy Mikovits went up against Fauci a long time ago. She lost everything. Was taken to jail, like on trumped up charges and stuff like that. She got trumped. Yeah. So that's the thing is, just the fact that stuff is coming out shows us that certain people have been arrested and stuff. So that is where you can see, like what I talk about, like the climate of how, like the way the stuff is moving, the energy of how things are progressing. But yeah, if you get too caught up and just, you know, focused on it and focused on all of that stuff, and, you know, the elections coming up and all of that, you know, that's where I say you got to let go of some of that stuff. You know, get some balance, focus on some other aspects of your life, because that stuff is all that is ending. And that's the thing I talk about. You know, don't hold on to any of it, because everything is ending. All of the corporate world that was built to enslave us, and it has everything is an extension of them. The 3-letter agencies, everything set in place to protect us. Their medical system, their banking system, all systems have all been this very small group of people here to control and enslave us. And these people are doing things against humanity that are shocking to most of us. And the degree of their criminal enterprise is shocking. And most people can't even wrap their heads around that there's actually money, that there's things out there that are just being hoarded and put while other people starve to death. You know, when people started putting it together, like one of these people could turn things around on the earth. They could completely shift things where there wouldn't be starvation and stuff. One of these people could do that. And they don't. None of them want to, because they all are greedy hoarders, and then they got themselves in this cabal that holds them, that binds them. You can't step out of what they accept, and their ultimate thing is to control and rule us. And they're, at this time, they've used a lot of these extensions of themselves to, come in and create genocide on us. That's what they're trying to do. They want it down to a few people who are willing to be non-binary, non-sexual, whatever, worker bees. That's what they want. And they don't want you to have desires. They don't want you to have confidence or anything. I'm getting an important call, so I'll be back in a minute.